history of Ibrox Stadium, and a very special moment for Tom Sutherland, a US hostage in Lebanon for 6.5 years, and he gets a tremendous ovation from the fans of Rangers and Hibs. Of course, he played for the Rangers reserves back in 1948 through to 1950, and Willie Waddle as a programme featuring both players. Willie, of course, went on to great things with Rangers in Scotland, and Tom pursued an academic career.
Now to the match itself. Rangers were determined to win to keep the pressure on Hearts. But points were of great value to Hibs too, beginning the day in third spot, having lost only 4 league matches in 28 played. We rejoin Jerry McNee.
Rangers have had to make a change in central defence because of Oleg Kuznetsov's suspension, and that means John Brown partnering with Richard Gough in central defence. Brown, who's still savouring that clinching goal against Celtic at Parkhead on New Year's Day, always makes it clear he's happy to play in any role for Rangers. Well, facing his old club today is Rangers and Scotland goalkeeper Andy Gorham, who moved from Oldham to Hibs for a mere £300,000 in 1987 and then completed his transfer to Ibrox last close season for £1 million. He's chasing the Championship, the Scottish Cup, and looking forward to the European Championship finals in Sweden. And a man who'll be chasing a regular place in the Rangers team is new striker Paul Rideout, who signed yesterday from Notts County for a fee reported at £400,000. At the age of 27, he's well seasoned, having also been at Swindon, Aston Villa, Southampton and the Italian club Bari. Well, like Rangers, Hibs have been forced into a change at centre-back with Tommy McIntyre, one of the club's best players this season, beginning a 3-match suspension. Since knocking the Ibrox club out of the Skull League Cup, Hibs have been on the end of 2 league defeats to Rangers, losing 7 goals in the process. Today is surely the biggest test to date for Hibs' 20-year-old goalkeeper Chris Reid, who's successfully taken over from the injured John Burridge. Hibs have taken 7 points out of 10 in the 5 games Reid has played. Another player who's become a regular recently is fullback Joe Tortolano, whose performances have pleased manager Alex Miller. Tortolano will be hoping for better luck here this afternoon than he experienced earlier in the season. Hibs had been leading at half-time, but an own goal by substitute Joe contributed to Hibs going down 4-2. The referee is Douglas Hope from Erskine. So Hibs get the 59th Premier League meeting between these clubs underway. Rangers have won 26, Hibs have won 10, and 22 have been drawn. Well, an all-ticket crowd here this afternoon, sold out, 41,000 people. Well, Hibs going into attack early on, and the ball going behind for the goal kick. Keith Wright, as ever, well forward. Well, Rideout climbing to the ball. And that's Pat McGinlay sending it safely back to Chris Reid. Gordon Hunter, who's captaining Hibs this afternoon. One ball fired forward there. Evans chasing it, Robertson with him. The goalkeeper coming rather late. And the ball going behind for the corner. And Andy Gorham eventually coming from his line. He saw that Robertson was under a lot of pressure from Evans, and the goalkeeper doing well. Evans, who scored last week, already causing some problems. So the corner kick to Hibs, confidently handled by Gorham. Well, Archie Knox is out there on the track side, Rangers assistant manager. It's well read by David Farrell. Well, they come into the side against Hearts on New Year's Day. Oxford United player. Long ball from Farrell. Richard Gough watching it carefully. Gough in trouble here. John Brown though to Rangers rescue. Well, John Brown did well there. A slip by Richard Gough, and Gareth Evans pounced on it. And Brown stretching in there to get the ball to Gorham. Hamilton, quick ball forward, but the offside flag going up against Keith Wright. Well, he pleads his case out towards the linesman, but Rangers have the free kick. It's Richard Gough. Long ball forward looking for Ali McCoist. And Chris Reid reacting quickly to the Rangers striker. Well, there's confidence from Beaumont. Good ball out to Tortolano. Evans, Tortolano again. Playing it through the middle, Mickey Weir's there. Andy Gorham having to race to the edge of the area. And Miller just failing to control the ball. It's Mikhailichenko with the throw to Robertson. Long ball forward to McCoist. Evans laying it off well to Tortolano. Dale Gordon coming back to help in defence, and it's John Brown mopping up. The ball breaking to Dale Gordon, lays it off to Gary Stevens. McCall flipping it forward, looking for right out, and it's eventually hooked away by Miller. There was good cover initially by Gordon Hunter. There's Gough pushing forward, Dale Gordon, the ball going behind for the goal kick. Well, Dale Gordon has 4 goals so far this season, and always willing to have a pot at goal. It was Richard Gough playing the ball to him. Dale Gordon playing his 13th consecutive game since joining Rangers in November. He's been a big hit with the fans. It's Rangers ball, free kick awarded. Gary Stevens, Ali McCoist in there. Ball going inches past the post, and Ali McCoist leaping high there as the ball was played in by Gary Stevens, a glancing header, and there's Mikhailichenko coming in. Wide out doing well, getting the ball to Ali McCoist. It's blocked though by Bowman. Well, again, right out doing well as the ball was played forward, getting it through to Ali McCoist. Touching it on there with his head. McCoist trying to find the opening, and it was Beaumont reacting well. McCoist looks in good form this afternoon. He's in there again. Nigel Spackman coming through as well, playing it to right out, and it's pushed behind by David Farrell for the corner. Well, again, good play by Rangers. The ball breaking to Spackman, and eventually pushed behind by Farrell. So again, it's Dale Gordon to take the corner. John Brown's moved forward, so too has Richard Gough. Headed away by Gareth Evans, back helping in defence, returned by Gary Stevens. Dale Gordon taking on Miller and Weir. Playing it through to Spackman. Well, he tried to pick out Mikhailichenko when the shot was on. Richard Gough flipping it forward, and Dale Gordon has scored for Rangers. 17 minutes gone, Rangers 1, Hibernian 0. Well, that goal's been coming for some time. Rangers in aggressive form, and it was Richard Gough who took on Tortolano. He flipped the ball right across the face of goal. Mikhailichenko was moving in, so too was Dale Gordon, and it was Gordon sweeping the ball into into the back of the net. McGinley battling away there with Gordon. Gets it to Evans, now it's Tortolano. Evans again, closed down low by Gary Stevens. Good play by Stevens, now it's Dale Gordon. Right out to McCoist in the middle. Still Gordon! Well held by Chris Reid. Well, excellent play by Dale Gordon, having the confidence to take on defenders. He had a look up there, decided to go it alone and get in a good shot with his left foot. Goff playing it to Brown. And the long ball with the left foot, finding Ali McCoist. McCoist for Rangers. Oh, what a chance there for the Rangers striker. John Brown is causing problems with these long through passes, but you've really got to question the Hibs defence, struggling to get back. Wright playing off the ball to Tortolano. Wright's in there again, he does well getting away from Gary Stevens. Good cross, headed away though by David Robertson. Moment for Hibs, playing it wide to Wright. Tortolano coming in support. Good cross again. It breaks to Miller. Oh, that wasn't a bad effort from Willie Miller. Well, he's still chasing his first goal of the season as the ball come in, breaking away to the far side of the penalty area, and the shot was on for Willie Miller. Nicely touched on there by Gordon to McCall. Cut out though by Beaumont. McGinley forward to Hamilton. Hamilton doing well under pressure. Miller's breaking on the right. Mickey Weir has it though. Playing it to Keith Wright. Back to Weir. That's good play by Hibs. Mickey Weir is blocked on by Andy Gorham. That was an excellent save by the goalkeeper. It's swept upfield now by Robertson. Right out, chesting the ball down. He's taken out of the play by Hunter. Rangers have the free kick, but that was a marvellous break forward there by Hibs. And some delightful play by Mickey Weir. Nice 1-2 there with Keith Wright, and Andy Gorham had to dive to Rangers' rescue. Forward for Gordon, closed down by Tortolano. Richard Goff forward to Gary Stevens. Rangers with plenty of players forward. Dale Gordon with a header. Ball over the crossbar. Again, Dale Gordon showing just how dangerous he can be. Stevens whipping in the ball. First time header. Switching the play again. Gary Stevens getting a touch to it. Still Hibs have it through Gareth Evans. Tortolano. McGinley. Challenged by Spackman. A free kick to Hibs. Well, Spackman unhappy with the decision, but the referee absolutely right. It's clipped forward by Hamilton. Away by Mikhailichenko. Farrell in a bit of trouble here. Losing out to Ali McCoist. What a chance for McCoist. Going wide of the goalkeeper. Pull right out. Oh, the ball just passed the post. Well, Chris Reid did really well there, diving at the feet of Ali McCoist. What a blunder initially by David Farrell. He's keeping the ball under control, dispossessed by Ali McCoist. He looked around to see if there was any support. He had to go it alone. He tried to take the ball wide of the goalkeeper. Reid got the touch there, doing well, and right out shot. Just inches away. Well, almost a debut goal for Rangers' new signing. Long ball forward for Wright to chase John Brown's in trouble here. Chance on for Hibs. It's Flicked forward, off the post by Keith Wright. Well, the Rangers defence all over the place. There might even have been a hint of handball in the middle of all of that. But still, it's Hibs in possession, battling back here. It's headed away by Robertson. Returned by Hamilton to Weir. Weir whipping in the cross, away by John Brown. It's Mikhailichenko now to Spackman. Forward for McCoist. He holds off the challenge well, but Mikhailichenko not responding to the pass. So moment now for Hibs. The offside flag though goes up against Keith Wright. Well, some anxious moments there for the Rangers defence. There was a long ball played through which left John Brown in some trouble, and it was Keith Wright playing it across the middle. It was blocked, it broke back to Wright again, and he chipped it over the head of Gorham. It came off the base of the post, and eventually Rangers got it clear. There goes the half-time whistle. Well, an entertaining first half, certainly action in both the goal mouths, but Rangers making the breakthrough after 17 minutes through Dale Gordon. The ball played in from the right by Richard Gough, and there was Gordon just in ahead of Mikhailichenko to force the ball over the line. The half-time score here at Ibrox Stadium: Rangers 1, Hibernian 0. In front of this huge crowd settling down again after half-time. The gate receipts today will be well in excess of £250,000. It's certainly big business here at Ibrox. So Hibs will try to get themselves back into this game if the referee obliges. Let's hope they're coming entangled. An early break by McCoist, and again Chris Reid reacting well. No doubt Alec Miller would have a word with his defenders at half-time. There were some glaring openings in that first half, and again you can see Reid's unhappy with the lack of cover. Right out, chesting the ball down, shielding it well. Well, brought to the ground, the referee waving play on, giving what advantage there was to Rangers. Right out, still on the ground. McCall turning, getting the ball to Gary Stevens. Danger here for Hibs. Mikhailichenko's in there. Ali McCoist. Well, Ali McCoist just didn't seem to know where the goal was there. He hit the ball well wide of target. Again trying to get forward, long ball played through to Gareth Evans. Gary Stevens with him all the way, puts in the tackle there, the ball going behind for the corner. Good challenge there by Gary Stevens. Weir punched away by Gorham, back to Weir. They took on McCoist here. McCoist falling in front of him. The referee waving play on. The Hibs fans claiming a free kick. It's played through now to Dale Gordon, and he's goes down there as he's challenged by David Farrell. So a free kick to Rangers, and the referee calling over the Hibs defender. Well, Mr. Hope has been very patient so far this afternoon, but this time it will be a booking. Dale Gordon just taken out of the play. Ball aimed at McCoist. It's played right into the path of Gary Stevens. McCall, the first time ball, looking for right out. He controls it well. McCall again. Ali McCoist! Well, good play by Rangers, a good build-up. Stuart McCall very much involved in it with Paul right out. Eventually it was played through to McCoist. He turned, and the first time shot just over the top. Cut out by John Brown. There's no one there though to support him. He holds up the ball well though, Brown. Good ball through now to Gordon. Well, this is trouble here. This is trouble for Farrell. He's off the park. He body checked Dale Gordon there. He's already been yellow carded. The red card is shown to the Hibs player. So the end of a miserable afternoon for Farrell. It was a ball played through by Brown there to Dale Gordon. Well, you can see the Hibs player holding his head. He knows what's happened, and now he makes a long run there to the dressing room. Rideout, leaving it to McCall. Back to Rideout, the Hibs defence wide open again. A good save by the goalkeeper. Well, the Hibs defence again showing alarming gaps. Hamilton trying to find Weir. In steps Richard Goff for Rangers. Well, there's some untidy play out there at the moment. Rangers have it again. McCall forward to Rideout. Gets away from Tortolano. Rideout. Oh, another terrific save by the goalkeeper. A great one-handed save by Christie. Paul Rideout decided to go it alone. He stepped away from Tortolano. The gap opened up. First time shot, and the save with the left hand from Chris Reid. So Hibs carrying no real threat up front. It's a matter now, can Rangers get the second goal that would clinch the points? This time an alarming gap opens up in the Rangers defence. It's Keith Wright, stopped by Andy Gorham and swept behind by David Robertson. Well, suicidal play there by Rangers, caught absolutely square, and that's a warning to them. Archie Knox has come out onto the trackside. That was an excellent stop again by Andy Gorham. But the Rangers number 2, the assistant manager, raging there on the touchline. Headed away by Dale Gordon. Tortolano sending it back to Weir. Flipping it forward, headed away by McCall. Stevens getting the touch. Again it's Tortolano. Gordon for Rangers to Rideout. That's a good header to Mikhailichenko. Plays the ball through the legs of Tortolano, but Hamilton does well and in fact wins the free kick. Conceded there by Alexei Mikhailichenko. You can see Walter Smith looking at his watch. He's away back up to his seat in the stand. McCall to Gordon. Gary Stevens running in support. So Gordon taking his eye off the ball, losing possession. Spackman now getting the better of McGinley there. Still Spackman playing it through to Ali McCoist, and the ball goes into the back of the net. It takes a deflection. 2-0 to Rangers. 88 minutes, so that wraps it all up for Rangers. Ali McCoist gets his 23rd goal of the season. There's more relief there on the face of Ali McCoist than anything else. After an untidy spell, it was Nigel Spackman getting the ball away from McGinley, playing it through there to Ali McCoist, and the ball taking a deflection past Chris Reid. It's Richard Goff for Rangers. The Rangers captain is off on a run here, plays it to Rideout. Back to Goff, chance for Richard Goff. The ball goes behind, in fact there goes the final whistle. So Ali McCoist getting the important second goal for Rangers. Final score here at Ibrox Stadium. Rangers 2, Hibernian 0.
Paul, what did you make of Premier Division football?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very quick. It's 100 mile an hour, but it's controlled. Rangers play very good football and they knock it into feet, and there's always an option on. Stuart McCall was tremendous today, and I thoroughly enjoyed the game.
And you almost made a scoring debut as Ali McCoist burst through.
Yeah, I should have finished it off. Actually, I thought Ali would have put it in, but I had the chance there, and unfortunately I didn't put it away. But you had to get on with the rest of the game, and I still had 1 or 2 chances in the second half. I could have put one in, but as I say, the result was right, and I enjoyed the game.
Well, Archie, congratulations, back at the top of the league.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling. You know, it's been we've been hanging on to Hearts for quite some time now, and we've managed to get back on the top.
Now, you must have been pretty pleased with the first half performance, but second half it all went a bit sour.
Well, a good steady performance throughout, I thought. You know, then we just didn't capitalise on the amount of play that we had by punishing Hibs with a few more goals.
What about the debut of Paul Rideout?
Well, I think he had a hard game in midweek on Wednesday for Notts County. You know, he played extra time in very trying, heavy conditions. And he felt the pressure of his first Premier League game. But I thought he acquitted himself well, linked up quite well with Ali McCoist, and he can be pleased with his debut.
What about the setup here, Paul? How did you feel when you ran out of that tunnel?
Obviously, it's a tremendous atmosphere. And when I first came and did the warm-up, there was only sort of 4,000 or 5,000 there, and I was quite surprised. But when I actually came out for the game, the roar and the atmosphere was tremendous. And I got great reception from the fans before and after the match, and I really appreciate that. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself.